All right, everybody, welcome back.
All right, everyone is here.
Kiss me. I mean, yes, sir.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. I'll start first. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the
He went hacker man's.
also ready.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated, but we found Tainari. Unfortunately, he was wounded during the fight.
Who was
Complicated.
behind it?
He's a short little
well,
madman.
That's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler?
An abandoned child.
Or the Balladeer?
It's the Balladeer 100%. My question, though, is still, like, in the air. If you remember, chat, the last time we played this, Dottore was on a boat with a bunch of men, and then he looked at us, and then he wasn't, and none of the men were. What the heck was that?
After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in Snezhnaya.
Sonora's
So,
funeral.
We've successfully removed the doctor from the picture. Also, Tainari's already resting, so he'll be okay.
Good.
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experiences.
Means a lot, man.
All right. I'll remember that.
He's like, okay.
Everything also went smoothly on my side. The Eremites should have arrived at their destination by now. To avoid alerting the quarry, they will stay there for now.
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into Sumeru City.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team. As well
He's
as
come
their bold
around full
strategy.
circle.
It appears to have been very effective. I'm glad to hear it. Well, is that everything? Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
Hands in, guys. Team friendship.
Wait, you mean that's it?
Oh,
Well,
never mind.
what else is there to discuss?
Shouldn't
Our
you end with
feelings.
some words of encouragement? You know, to fire us up now?
Yeah, he doesn't really do that, does he?
Personally, I'd rather we all go home and get some rest.
Dang. So I gotta get home, my boyfriend.
I'll hate them. You...
Kave's waiting for me.
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that I'm here to strategize and not to
He said,
lead.
I am not your
So you
friend.
should find someone more suitable to do that.
Don't get
I
parasocial.
thought all of you Academia big shots were great speakers.
Dang.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So what?
Dang.
The scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
So much sass.
Fine, whatever.
You give us some words of encouragement then.
Well, Sino doesn't seem to be much of a talker either. I guess that leaves it to my employer.
Is Lumine gonna voice act finally?
Yep, the Traveler hired me.
She asked for a smile as her payment.
That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for the team?
Everybody smile.
Something to boost morale.
Please give her some voice lines. Let me think.
What are you all doing here?
Hello?
Oh, it's you! Hey, everyone.
Best girl.
I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about to go find you.
So pretty, man. The horns are such a good touch.
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, you were discussing something important, weren't you?
Slightly.
But you also look like you're up to no good.
Slightly.
Seems pretty interesting.
I deny the allegations. Everybody smile and wave. Smile and wave, boys.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
I can get her involved now.
Huh? Join you? You mean you also want to discuss something important?
This is like adding to the Avengers.
Yes. Something very important. Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're serious?
We have to catch her up to speed to a lot of stuff then, no? Well, I didn't tell Nilu all the plans of... Nilu is shocked at first, but it isn't long before she's bubbling with excitement.
I can't believe my ears. You are truly the bravest and
Aw.
most passionate people of Sumeru, well, that I've ever met. Oh, right.
And Paimon.
Paimon are not from Sumeru, but you are awesome as well.
Paimon needs to be humbled.
That's right.
Somebody needs to humble this child.
I must admit that I'm a little scared, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you, then count me in.
Remember, Believe in yourself.
See, there's the good words of
I'll get
encouragement.
my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
It took him long
Just
enough.
remember not to say too much.
He's got a soft spot for Nilu.
Sweet.
Yep, you got it.
All
Paimon acts like she does
preparations are done.
anything. Yeah.
Now,
She just is here.
finally conclude this meeting.
Tomorrow we're going to save a god. You know, what are you guys doing tomorrow? Some of y'all going to the grocery store, maybe watching a stream, playing some video games. We're going to save a literal god.
So,
It's not your
have you
average
thought of what you'd
Sunday.
like to say, boss.
It's hard to believe everything that's happened until now. And our actions will bring change to many things tomorrow.
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome.
So I'm just working tomorrow. That's right. So just get a good night's sleep, everyone.
Well said. A good night's rest
That's the
before
words
an
of encouragement.
operation can be the difference between success and failure.
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently.
Thank
It's been
God.
nice
Frick
and
my
quiet.
roommate.
Huh?
Do we get to learn about Kaveh now?
Nothing.
We have not heard him bring it up
Let's all
once.
go home and get a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow. Okay.
He doesn't want us to know about his
That
roommate.
means it's time to say goodnight now.
Kaveh been making a lot of noise at night, if you know what I'm saying. Good night. I'm going home with all Hatham. What's up, Dad?
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
Yeah, I dreamt about you.
Not really. Paimon got too nervous thinking about today.
The anxiety
Until
Duke
the sun
Dukes.
was almost up. What about you all, Hatham?
That's not fine. No noise.
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan, since energy is an important
He's so
resource.
analytical.
You just want to show off how calm you are.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we execute our plan.
The only thing you're doing is being annoying.
Dang, Paimon, why is she so mad?
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again?
Just in case, I want to confirm everything again.
Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Only they can operate it.
We're gonna hack into the
Unrestricted commands and
mainframe.
Operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console has a way to free Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So we gotta break into the academia. Sneak inside.
Paimon's been thinking, what kind of technology could let the sages imprison even a god?
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Suristhana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's that she once used to isolate herself while meditating. 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it could no longer be controlled from the inside. They were effectively trapping one god with the power of another.
Oh.
So, how are we gonna get to the
It's kinda
Grand
messed up.
Sage's office?
Don't forget, today is Nyargarbaha Day, arguably the most important day to the Academia. The sages and core Academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and legal decrees into knowledge capsules so that they can be entered into the Akasha.
So they're gonna be
All the
busy
Darshan's
anyways.
Researchers have their noses to the grindstone, and the Academia's grounds are flowing with all sorts of people. It's the perfect time for an infiltration. When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue to access the console and free the Dendro Archon.
When you put it that way, the plan feels a bit unrefined. Well, what other way do you refine a plan like this? This is literally the only option, unless we like Sly Cooper style drop from the ceiling, try to pick it up.
Well, yes. That's just the visible side of our plan, after all. If precedence holds, the Academia should have already started preparing for Nyargarbaha Day.
Everyone should be in position. All that's left is for us to lead the charge.
Are we just gonna walk in? Like, how are we gonna blend in? And
Let's go.
So are
that's
we
what I
going through the
said.
front door, or-
I mean,
Yes. Were you expecting a stealthier approach?
kind
Paimon
of.
can't. All right, it's all on Alhaitham.
All right, bro. We're literally gonna walk through the front door. That's crazy. I was thinking we like drop from the ceiling, we go through a back door. Maybe there's a sewer we could enter from. Maybe there's like a secret passage in one of these little column pillars. Nope, we're gonna walk straight through the front door, right past a mercenary core of 30, our researcher. We got some other NPCs over there who probably hate their life in this city anyways. We just walk in. I'll hate them.
Scribe?
Okay.
Please,
Hey.
wait. Are you Scribe Alhaitham?
No autographs, guys. No, I'm not. I'm his roommate. Come on, dude, you're being a little too dramatic.
That's me. Is something the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were looking for you not long ago, but I didn't know what for.
Game of tag. That's all.
And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the academia.
I'm gonna take your glasses. We were noticed. Do you think you were not gonna be noticed?
Outside guests. How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless
Yeah.
inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
Dummy. These are actually scribes as well.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me.
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking.
Damn.
Look, based on what you
This is a
already know,
nerd moment.
the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? Wait a moment. Let me think.
Okay.
Don't tell me the answer. The sages search for you. A blonde-haired traveler. Outside guests. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this traveler? And you were
'Cause I
gone from the
caught him.
academia for so long
I
because
brought him here.
Shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as
Don't
the top
speak
student
up,
in
though.
Haravatat.
Keep it low
I
key.
surmise you've arrived at the correct conclusion.
Feed into his ego.
As I expected. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just now. Thank you for getting me back on track.
Just as we
It's
planned.
nothing. We'll be on our way then.
Just as we
All right.
planned.
Thank you for your contributions to the academia, Scribe.
You keep working hard there, Viraf. You'll get like me one day. Let's work out those arms a little bit more, man. They're looking a little skinny. It is so quiet in this room.
What the heck just happened now? What did he just guess?
So echoey in here,
I'm
too.
afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with.
He got
That
lucky.
is the so-called pride of a scholar. If
Yeah,
someone
it's
questions their
ego.
academic facility, they will instantly feign understanding to keep
Shut up,
appearances.
gaslit him.
Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar. Their
Gaslit
obvious
him.
farces of intellect only serve to highlight themselves as fools.
Wow. So there are special
Bro thought he
ways
was
to
so
deal with
smart.
people. We don't even need to make up our own excuses.
Bauman's facial
We
expressions
shouldn't
are so
waste any
funny
more time.
sometimes.
It would be problematic if we missed our window of opportunity. Let's go.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Can we get an amen, brethren? What's Paimon doing? Is she dancing?
Is this the academia's library?
Paimon just be emoting. She's like,
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in Teyvat.
There are a lot of students going through here. Is it really okay just to waltz right
we should at
in?
least put disguises on. Like green
The
outfits.
academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nyagarbaha Day. They're all occupied with their own matters. Just act natural. Now,
Fake it
hurry along.
till you make it. Wait. Why am I just a traveler? Hide for now and wait for an opportunity. Hey guys, I belong here. I go to school here. See? That was Dendro. Alright, let's hide.
What's this platform for?
For walking? I don't know, bro. Like, what do you...
It's a lift that academia personnel use to access higher
Oh.
floors.
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office is up there somewhere.
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't run into the
So we
Grand
don't know where he's
Sage.
at.
Let's step back and observe for now.
Are we just gonna wait here then? Do some research, read some books?
Think the Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak past him? Oh, Paimon thinks that's really dangerous.
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current location, our operation will be much safer if we...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you.
Dun, dun, dun. Hold on, I got the perfect sound effect. Okay. Wait, ready? Question mark, exclamation point. Ah!
What's Grand Sage Azar doing here?
We've been busted. Uh-oh. Wait, they all look a little angry. Guys,
Do
listen.
not tell me you believed the academia would not grow suspicious of you after such a prolonged absence, scribe. An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally welcome you.
Grand Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me.
An informant,
I'm
though.
truly flattered.
I'm sure, but compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct? It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack of decorum.
Let's talk this out, brother. It's not too late for you to stop. I feel like it is a little late.
Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse.
Perfunctory.
You clearly understand the situation at
Bro just
hand
made that word up.
and have no intention of making a reckless stand. The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion. Please, follow me to my office.
He does look like one of those old men that smell good. Let's follow him. I mean, not every old person smells good. This one looks like he does, but like in a villain kind of way, you know what I mean? Dong.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
We're literally surrounded in private now. This is like the
All
worst
right
place for us to
then,
be.
Traveler, what did you wish to discuss with me? Today is Niagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat before I detain you all.
Listen, brother. I know the Fatui Harbingers are hot AF. I agree. They are going to be bad. Please stop working with them because they have ulterior motives.
You seem to know quite a bit about our endeavors. If that is so, then you should be praising our great work rather than using your trivial misgivings in a futile attempt to sway me.
Okay, well.
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me?
A gnosis, maybe benefits of some kind. But they don't want to help you, that's for sure.
Worthless.
Okay, well, you
Those
sound
are
like
all
Scaramouche.
Completely worthless. Benefits, divine power. These materialistic words do nothing but debase our great work. Creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god.
His pupils,
If
bro.
humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of human wisdom.
Somebody get the nurse. Bro's going crazy. Look at his eyes. He's
Gain
bug-eyed.
a God's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness.
We're gonna make a god.
Even Ermin's soul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great to realize it.
You say it's the pinnacle of human wisdom, but in the end, you're still relying on a god. It's true. It's still just the power of a god.
You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even comprehend such an emotion.
What about Lesser Lord Kusanali? It's not like the Sumeru didn't already have a god of its own.
Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusanali. What can she even do?
I mean, you just ask her, bro. She could do a couple things.
Care for the people? Fend off sandstorms, fabricate silly fairy tales. These are but child's play for the academia. Does that make us equal to the gods?
Okay, but why aren't you doing those things though?
We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukadevata, though I may have personally not seen it.
El no
Our
sabe.
forefathers bore witness to true wisdom. The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what true wisdom is supposed to look like?
He's got good voice acting
With
though.
that in mind,
I like the
it is
voice.
better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Surasthana, so our academy will not become embroiled in turmoil.
What a pathetic justification.
Dang,
Do you
Paimon.
really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
I don't know what I can say or do. The arrogance of scholars.
As per your judgment, Grand Sage,
He about to
they
throw
are indeed
down.
dangerous individuals. Not only
Oh,
are they
the
acting
music!
against the academia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray. Looks like there really was merit in my assignment.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Hatham? Are you talking about us?
Anyway, I've brought them to the academia as ordered, but it took some time and trouble.
What?
Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested. It's a summary of my time
Wait,
spent
what?
with the Traveler. An array of information about her ready for your perusal.
Wait, what?
Oh, Hatham? So you're
No!
on the academia's side!
You were the chosen one!
We finally started to trust you!
The abs, the licking, it meant nothing to you? We've been set up though. I'm still, I have a little faith, right?
Excellent. Detailed contents with
Never
no
mind.
errors. I would expect
Oh,
nothing
no.
less than an immaculate report from the scribe.
Wait, I'll hit them a bad guy?
As it
No
is
shot.
Day, I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha. Surely you know what that means.
Something he's manipulating
We'll
about the
be
situation though.
monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%.
Starts twerking, can't predict that
Your
though.
data will be updated in real time whenever new information presents itself.
Dang it,
To
true.
put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest persons.
When you say a dishonest person, does that also include your general Mahamatra?
Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equally great suspicion? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any undesirable outcomes coming to pass.
You're despicable!
Dang, that's actually crazy. Being on an invisible leash like this.
Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose you had mentally prepared yourselves for this, no?
Losing? No, I don't really do a lot of that.
Your ploy was to sacrifice the traveler here, was it not?
Huh.
Uh,
Brain hurts.
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to
He's
say,
got
but
doubts
I've been
on it,
following your
Hatham.
plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Pro's really going schizo, isn't he? He's
Must
even
I
doubting his own men.
delineate your entire plan? Very well. I will spell things out. First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the traveler at Caravan Rebat. However, you immediately departed for the desert and escaped surveillance range. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the
He's
true
playing chess out here.
in the desert. Am I correct?
No, you're wrong.
maybe Paimon shouldn't have mentioned Sino just now.
The academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate of Lesser Lord Kusanali and General Mahamatra Sino, who had defected from the academia. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the academia? Rationally speaking, 50%? 70%?
Is he his dad?
What do you think?
He taught him everything he knows, it seems
Regardless,
like.
That's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the Traveler right before you, and I gave you my report.
true.
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outlander, the traveler is still willing to sacrifice for the sake of your plan. If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great work.
I deny the allegations. It's not true. That sounds ridiculous, Hazar. You're going old man crazy.
Academia on Nia Garbaha Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will arise.
No, that's a stretch.
Be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then stay inside the academia and continue searching for a way to proceed forward.
Well,
As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the academia and confront me in person.
does he have the
This is
script?
also a part of your plan?
Look, I'm not that smart. I hate that might be.
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say.
There's no win.
Even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
We live in his head rent
You
free.
misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the academia's regular operations and the development of Sumeru's future academic systems. However, under the current circumstances, even that is trivial compared to what we stand to gain from our great work.
You said that I betrayed the academia, but you, Azar.
Dang, okay.
Sumeru.
Yeah, that was the true plan. He's calling him out
So
now.
flight has turned to fight at long last.
No other choice.
Guards!
Put the hands up! Come on! Flash the abs, baby! Give me a good cutscene here. That's what we want to see, a cutscene, right? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! He's about to go sicko mode. What? It's like the dark side of the knowledge capsule. Is he using this to his advantage to go sicko mode? Or is he being
What do we
controlled?
have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor. You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you,
Testosterone boost.
Azar!
Oh! Damn! He was about to get clawed to pieces.
He has gone completely insane.
No, frick this old man.
Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
He really tried last minute too.
Grand Sage, we finished all required
Like, it was all
preparation for the
perfect until the last
We
moment,
may
but he
begin to
just,
enter the capsules now.
he knew his plan.
You may begin.
That is supreme music. Wait! Wait! That's why he's the GOAT! He went. Go, he said, F that old man. Bozo. And you smell bad, Grandpa. The smile. I went, what? Yeah, Alhaitham hit the gritty. Paimon, please stop. I swear to God. I don't think the guards can hear us anymore, Paimon.
Yeah. I got a bit carried away there.
He's got a plan.
Asking just now.
That was a great cutscene. Right, that was... They also are aware, and Paimon's just a terrible actor. Bad. Not bad, but worse than mine. Wait, are you just trying to make her feel good about herself?
Everything's going according to plan so far.
Don't say this out loud.
Confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his
Shut up. Shut your mouth. have surveillance in here or something, bro? We got guards. Shut up. We can relax for the time being. No, we literally can't.
We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. Oh, Haytham sure knows how to cook up a plan.
I'm gonna literally suffocate this kid.
Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up.
I'm gonna suffocate this thing. Let's review what we discussed during our strategy meeting.
Right. Paimon thinks it went something like...
Let's say the whole plan while we're in prison.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation, which is to send the traveler to the confinement room.
Why do we want to get her locked up on purpose?
She said the plan.
She's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to the successful
man.
implementation of their plan. They are very aware of the risk she poses to them. Once the traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control. And with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have a much higher chance of success.
I can already see the pompous looks on their faces.
Nodders.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only reason, of course. She has a more important task once she's in confinement. According to the academia scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the Akasha ever since she was captured by the doctor. That way, they can't pry any more information from her.
Can't read a
Even if we
flashback.
break into the sanctuary of
She's
Sulasana,
probably voicing
it
him
will
in
take
real time.
To awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali's
Impersonating him.
consciousness. We need to do that in advance.
So our job is to
Wake her up first.
Okay, totally worth getting thrown in jail for.
The confinement room is inside the academia, close to the sanctuary of Suristhana. It's a completely enclosed space, and you won't be receiving any visitors.
Like any guards or
I'll work
anything?
with Ramon scholars to make some
They're probably scared of
modifications to your
traitors.
Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord Kusanali and try to connect to her consciousness. However, as for whether she'll actually wake up, that will depend on our luck.
Can't really calculate if this would work or not, but we're in the spot to be here.
Oh, no wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
The modified.
It's not the same one as the Mata
They
one.
take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in
Yeah,
here.
this is like a big plot hole for them. That wasn't because of carelessness, but the arrogance. They think that Kasha is completely under their control. They don't think someone like Haytham could modify it. They're too arrogant. They take this away, the game's over. It doesn't matter. That's crazy.
All right, so what now?
All right, Paimon, let's continue to discuss the plan in broad daylight. We first need to find a place with the best signal in the room. Then we try to connect with Nahida. Are we connecting the Wi-Fi right now? Guys, what's the Wi-Fi password?
Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with Nahida after all this time. Let's do it.
Let's do it. What'd she say it like that for? Let's do it.
The light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal.
Ah, it's just like Wi-Fi. This is the 4G up in the cloud net metaverse. All right, let's go over here. That feels slower. Am I getting colder or warmer? Wait, warm! It's hot! It's warm! Oh. It's right here.
Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed?
I heard it. I didn't see it though, but I heard it. Aha! Feels like back here. Aha! I'm so smart. Here we go. We found it. Is this like a small connected
Is
piece?
this the right spot? Are you getting anything?
Are you gardening? It's faint, but I have a signal. Preparing to connect with her consciousness now. We're waking her up.
Please work.
Wake up, Nita. Whoa, it's like the void. Is this a real realm of consciousness? It's just dark. Oh! She asleep? Nahita's not moving. She's really sealed off her consciousness. I need to think of a way to wake her up. Shake her! Oh, it's like blocked off, like a whole wall. What is this? Looks like some sort of barrier. Is Nahida using this barrier to isolate her consciousness from the outside world?
Nahida!
Voice lines from Lumine? Oh, you know what's good when we have voice lines from her. Nothing.
Hey, Nahida!
Wake up. Bang on the glass. She's not reacting. Seems like she can't sense me. POV, you're Nahida. Sorry. Exclamation points! Scream, traveler, scream!
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born.
She sounds so sad. Click to continue.
I want to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying. Kept listening to my people and their hearts. Kept looking for a way to
Why is this so
surrender
sad? She sounds so sad.
so I can catch up. Catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Dang, she living in the shadow for real.
But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Surasthana. The sages are creating a god to replace me. And I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this boundless darkness.
Yeah.
Nahida!
There's nothing I can do, man. She's right here in front of me. I just can't give up like this. I already left behind once when the doctor first appeared. I can't do that again.
Nahida!
Scream it, Lumine! Break it! What element is she using?
It's so quiet here.
Oh, the music's gonna break me, bro. Oh, the music's so, like, faint, but...
Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own inner voice. Do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed?
Damn.
How do I really feel about all of this? It's
Dang, it's so sad.
quiet here.
Just so alone, bro.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning, haven't you?
Who are you? Whose voice is that? It sounds familiar.
Hello? Is this the Greater Lord?
You're right, though. I won't ignore my own voice anymore.
Breakthrough, let's go!
Nahida!
Let's go, it's shattered. We can shake her now. Oh, my feet!
Nahida?
Me when I wake up in the morning standing up straight.
Did you wake me up?
Oh,
Thank you. Why are you here?
he's so adorable.
Here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's just... when I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
You take it out on the doctor or whoever's around. Harness
You
it.
should have been angry ages ago.
You've been locked up for a minute. Are we back?
Oh, you're back!
Pama just has to watch us pass out. Nahida's awake. We're okay. So the first step is done. I really liked I know it was just like black and text and stuff, but I really liked the emotion of that. The voice acting was really the focus there.
That's
That was supreme.
Great. We weren't locked up for nothing.
That was really, really good.
When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was listening for any sounds outside. You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think
How long were we
anyone knew
out?
whether Nya Garba had day stuff?
I guess they finished entering all the knowledge capsules.
So that means our next act is Nilu's performance.
This is a whole orchestrated special like agent mission we have going on here.
Are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
Manager of the theater.
And I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up any opportunity to dance. And
Same.
this one is especially important.
Starts emoting.
All right. You seem to have a lot of trust in them, so I won't say more on the subject. But if anything happens, the few of us here may not be able to help you.
Get like arrested or something.
They've been through worse. Everything's going to be fine.
Sure, we've been through hell and back for the Sub-Zero's Fest and everything.
You know, if you really do get arrested, we'll do everything we can to get you back.
Prison break.
Be careful, even if it's only for our sakes.
If we put us in danger, then
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
she's so sweet. I love her eyes. Dude, we get to play as only Nilu in a trial? This is sick. I'm gonna go dance my heart out.
How's it going? Nervous?
Right,
Definitely
about to
more
pee my
than
pants.
usual. But it's because I'm worried I won't dance well enough.
Just hit the gritty if things go wrong.
It's okay. Just focus on your performance. We'll take care of everything else.
These guys are actually great. He's got big hands,
We sure know
bro.
how to talk.
Look how
Taking
big
all
his
the
hands
credit,
are.
Even though we came here together to help out.
These are not proportional.
Thank you both. I'll have to treat you to a meal after all this ends. I really, really appreciate all of your help.
Maybe some prison food.
Ooh, that sounds great. Huh. How can we say no to that?
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu, we'll be here to keep people from going to the academia so they don't interrupt your performance.
I was planning on telling them something like, the Academia has been conducting a weird experiment.
He's been
and
waiting
some
for
of
this
their
moment
test
his whole
subjects
life.
escaped. It's really dangerous there, so stay away.
He's been waiting for this.
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better? Oh well, I guess it does sound like something the academia would do.
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
I hope they don't get any danger for this. She's got some great friends to take the heat for her like this. All right, go to the academia. Oh, look! He's with the kids!
Hey, Nilu. Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really
I
busy
love
right
this
now.
guy.
Our bait people away with Yalda candy plan is working beautifully.
Everybody we met along the way is
Do you want some
helping.
candy? We have more than we can give out.
Yeah.
Vihar, thank you so much for doing all of this. And
I
you
just
dressed up
noticed
as
he
the
has
Knight
like a
of
drum
Flowers, no less.
on his chest.
I'll pass on the candy though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance.
Same.
And I'm about to start one.
Look at the little drum on his chest.
The stage is cleared and everything's ready, so you can start your performance at any time.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, thanks to you. I'm really grateful. All right, time to hit the stage.
It's gonna be the best performance of all time.
The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
People will talk about this in all other regions. Dilu's famous dance. The dance of all dances. Here we go. She's going up. Let her cook. Dang. He's already hitting it. Dang. She said, you ever heard of water bending before? Follow along, chat. It's a dance along.
I've never seen
Put
a
your back into
performance
it.
like this. This is incredible.
Everybody's distracted now.
But I heard that public performances like these
Hey!
have been banned.
Shut up,
I can't believe she's
Veronica.
doing this year.
Because you can't dance, you're jealous. Being a hater sucks, doesn't it?
Outside.
How uninteresting.
Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards.
Damn it, Veronica. No, they love it too.
We should, like, stop her?
No!
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Let's go, they're simping. Detain her? Oh! You gotta fight back! This is music. Somebody screenshot that so I can read it. Lord it said something about Lord Kusanali getting out. I saw the fact that Lesser Lord Kusanali got out. She escaped. I saw that bit. So it worked. And now all the guards are gone from the building of the Academia at the front.
Did you hear that?
She got herself out?
Sounds like a lot of guards just ran by.
They got the order not to stop Nilu's dance, but to go put the Lord back in jail.
Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage?
Okay, step 1 complete. Certainly sounds like it. Sounds like Nilu completed her task.
Yep. It's great.
Genius.
Going well.
I feel like I should leave it on screen for longer.
Replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha.
When he pretended that he had been corrupted, do you remember when he rushed toward the sage? Yeah, the rushing toward the sage was never meant to hit him. It was meant to plant the last little seed. Good job, Dendro husband.
Oh, that's when he
I
was too nervous to notice.
Bro was such a good actor. He had me convinced.
Haytham also yoinked the divine knowledge capsule from
Yoink.
that mercenary leader in Port Ormos when everyone else was distracted?
Dang. It's all a part of a plan.
Trick of his.
He can maintain his composure when things get chaotic. That's why he can pull off this kind of thing.
Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart and all, but he still makes Paimon's blood boil.
All right, bro, you're just mad you're short.
Let's review our plan for this stage again. It's not like we have anything else to do right now anyway, and it'll help us feel more confident.
Stuck in jail, man.
Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Back to the meeting.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figures of the Academia and their guards have started to wear their Akasha terminals again. With the Doctor's technological support,
because they didn't do it
think
before.
They have nothing to fear.
How despicable of them to rely on such a person.
But
dummy.
This is also our chance.
How did he actually manipulate it?
The knowledge capsule for the Artistic Performances Prohibition Act when I was still at the Academia. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyagarbha Day.
Nilu was always a part of it.
Going to stop all artistic performances?
What's the point, man?
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it.
Dang.
I only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha on Nyagarbha Day, if someone were to be seen performing in public,
it would activate.
The sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And so
getting caught was always a part of our plan.
Amongst the guards.
Wow.
Sure sounds complicated. But it seems like if everything goes well, we'll be able to get rid of all the guards in the Academia without any effort.
I love spreading misinformation. This is so fun.
I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the misleading info out to the guards, how can we be sure that they'll believe it?
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive.
True.
And their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is significantly reduced.
It's had it for so long.
They will view everything the Akasha releases to them as the unequivocal truth.
They're biased.
The Akasha will turn humans into machines. I've seen it happen many times.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in
Did she have it on in the first quest we played?
At first, I thought it was a good thing too.
I forget if she did.
By the way,
I thought it was a sick idea at first.
Performer, right?
I praised it.
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu of Zubair Theater. I know her really well.
She like naturally just walked up to us.
I'm kind of hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous plan like this, but we can ask her in person.
All right. After the guards in the Academia are
Next
gone,
step.
Then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brothers to shine.
Yeah, Dia now. The high damage dealing Dia.
Here they come. Did you see that, Raman? They came out from the academia in droves.
Now it's time to take him out. Come on, boys. Get him.
After laying low in the city for so long, this is the moment we've been waiting for.
This mercenary's been itching for action.
Already sprung into action.
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop, but outside the academia, this is our hunting ground.
They're fresh meat.
With a lioness like you, the prey sure won't be able to run far.
Are you rizzing me up right now, sir? That was a Riz line.
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible. If we give the sages enough time to realize what's happening, the plan's doomed.
Yeah, all they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and struggled every day in the desert. The only
This is
advantage
revenge
they
at its
might have is
finest.
numbers.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the Six Sages belong to the Corps of 30, but they have a completely different reputation. Following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the principles of being a mercenary. As someone in the same profession, I'm obligated to teach them a good lesson today.
Yes, mommy.
Indeed, the
Ma'am.
trap has been set.
Ma'am.
All we need to do is lead them there.
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back into one place. Make sure to attract their attention. Isak will be the key.
Oh. The
He gave
kid?
Such an important task to
The
that
kid?
child. Will he be okay?
Isak's gonna be
Isak was so determined
a
to help,
centerpiece?
so let's put our faith in him.
He's a child!
Besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared
Yeah,
to do anything to
true.
him. They've never seen Lesser Lord Kusanali in person after all.
Bro, imagine.
Good
Yeah!
point.
Oh!
I think I see them coming.
Cause that's
Let's head out.
That's Lesser Lord. Bruh. They would never hurt the Lesser Lord. It's too important. Cosplay moment, bro.
What you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be Lesser Lord Kusanali and run away from them.
Bro, this is Walmart need.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do. I'm just a little nervous.
Bro, this cosplay goes crazy.
Relax. Don't think about getting
Kind of looks
caught.
like Nahida if you
Even
close
if
both
that
eyes.
happens, we won't leave you behind.
Bro, cosplay it.
You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar.
Where do they get
Leave
this
the rest to
outfit?
us.
Okay, got it. I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali for helping Grandpa. I won't get cold feet.
Bro, this is the best cosplay I think I've ever seen, man. I'm about to pee my pants.
Hey, they're here. I can see the academia guards.
I got Lesser Lord Kusanali, guys. She's right here.
All right, it's time, Isak. Take a deep breath and go.
Just go
You
say
can
it's your
do this.
birthday, okay? Go ask to hold their hands. I mean, it kind of does look, I mean, you're running away. I mean, if you're running away, kind of, it looks, you know. What is this? What is this camera work? What are we doing right now?
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead?
Are we gonna play as Isak?
This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
The field!
Huh? Did I just see something dart by?
Nope, not a god.
Better go
Not a
have
little
a
kid
look.
from the desert. Nope. You're going crazy. This is some like
Were my
Sly
eyes
Cooper
playing
movement.
tricks on me?
Is that like squirrel?
I should go check to see if someone's hiding over there.
Oh! Southerly, move to the right.
Seems to be nothing.
Did I choose the wrong one? Oh, leave the field! Like, I don't want to get caught to see what happens.
They didn't find me. I was close. I'd better hurry. And
Did I
keep
choose
going.
wrong? This is actually a cool little like mini game to throw in here. I hate that you can't play as him, but when is Isak's banner is my next question.
Stop!
What?
What?
Lesser Lord Kusanali. How did I not see anything just now?
Oh no, they found me. Where should I go?
City. Cause underground would limit me. I'd be captured in the city. I mean underground.
Hey, Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there.
What the?
Stop!
What?
What the?
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh no.
Okay, city's not right. Okay, the Grand Bazaar.
Target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped into the Grand Bazaar. Assemble and
Okay, Guys, please don't. What?
Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find her!
Too fast and too small for you, bozos.
Where's your team here? Didn't we say to split up the search? Hurry!
You dummies.
This place is... Why are you all here?
It's like the Spider-Man meme, bro. They're like...
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's
Yeah.
here. What on earth is going on?
Come to get your butts beat, bro.
I suppose that's all of you?
This is it?
Did you set us up?
Yes.
What are you planning?
You followed a small boy around.
Phew, that was rough. He almost got caught.
Ain't no way, bro.
Little brat? So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You can't prove that.
Who exactly are you all? Eremites from the desert?
Well,
Just
your
some
maker.
colleagues. Think of this as a business competition.
Dang, but to beat them in the
or
ground.
a personal grudge. After stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters. Behave like
True.
the prey you are.
Dang. That's it. That's the signal, boys. Put him in a coffin. He's got his battle stance going on. He's got that Street Fighter stance going.
Ambush? How's that possible? This is Sumeru City, but mercenaries from the desert somehow ambushed us!
You followed a
You
kid.
spent all your time hiding away in the academia.
You lost to a
This place has long
child.
since become our hunting ground. Brace yourselves.
He's gotta feel embarrassed. Okay, I wish we get a cutscene for them beating him down. What the heck?
This is odd.
There are no guards around.
The academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Niagarbha Day ceremonies, but it's much quieter than usual.
Got outplayed, old man.
Where are the guards?
Time to retire.
Why have I not seen a single one?
In jail.
Guards? Guards!
Oh, hey, they just drops from the ceiling.
How may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
I am a guard.
My
It's to me.
apologies, Grand Sage. Right now, all Academia guards have entered the city to perform the ordered arrest. I thought you knew.
Look at that Mario
Arrest?
mustache.
Who is there to arrest? I have an ominous feeling.
I love this. I love seeing him get what he deserves.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Is that not what the order was?
Oh, bro! You've been played!
Lesser Lord Kusanali. You mean she has disappeared?
Yes. I wouldn't dare make up something like that.
That's what the terminal said. Terminal don't lie. Terminal don't lie, man.
Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that Lesser Lord Kusanali will take revenge on us.
She is quite angry.
What happened? Just what is going on? Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped. Was it Alhaitham and his party that freed him?
Alhaitham just straight up played this
the
guy.
Academia is heavily guarded today, and any order to release Lesser Lord Kusanali would be strictly confidential. Besides, Alhaitham and the Traveler are already in our hands.
That's what you thought.
What manner of trickery did they employ? How could Lesser Lord Kusanali disappear into thin air? Disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
Headset.
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so I thought it was your order.
He's too arrogant. His downfall.
Let me check.
Let me see the receipts. Hold up, bro. Oh, damn.
Ah, here. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana.
And now he's
Go to the
helpless.
city and arrest the escapee immediately.
No guards left to help you, bro.
The Akasha indeed contains this information, and it clearly appeared in my mind. How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the Traveler that Alhaitham submitted? No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering.
It was something he was asked to do so long ago.
A red herring? Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't make any difference. The important thing now is to confirm Lesser Lord Kusanali's status. Have you been to the sanctuary of Surasthana to confirm that Lesser Lord Kusanali has indeed escaped?
Confirm? No. I haven't.
They're just trusting what it says because it's trustful information.
It's offensive to say this, but Grand Sage, what you're saying doesn't make any sense.
Grandpa, you alright?
How can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees is fact. That is common knowledge to all of us.
They don't question it.
Confirm the information and knowledge from the Akasha ourselves. Then how is that any different from us learning that information
Checkmate.
ourselves? Wouldn't Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's legacy lose its meaning that way?
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Are you trying to use my words against me?
This guy really fell off.
Grand Sage, I'm merely confused because I believe in you. I never meant to refute you.
But you fell off though, man.
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around. I'll go to the sanctuary of Surasthana on my own.
What does he plan to do?
Grand Sage.
With no help or guards or anything. Are we gonna be back in prison now? Grand Sage Azara arrives at the sanctuary. Okay, she's here.
Has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the city and arrest him.
Is this the sanctuary?
How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it.
I love getting in his head. Feels so good.
Impossible. That's impossible.
She actually got herself out.
With my eyes. She really appeared again? What is the meaning
Appeared and disappeared?
What a comical sight is all.
Oh! Dummy! Put your hands up.
Once the
Shish
Akasha
kebab
has
him.
put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer see what's right in front of him.
Dang.
You all can only see the world in your mind. The one you think you know.
This guy has that dog in him.
Because of this, you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusanali's existence. She has been a wise and worthy Archon.
Sino.
Judgment
Have
Day.
you been waiting for a chance like this? The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me. But I didn't expect it to turn out like this. I was careless.
Bozo got outplayed. Sumeru Batman about to lay down.
Your fault stems from your reliance on the Akasha. You're still the same as always.
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to cooperate with Alhaitham and the Traveler.
People change, Azar. Admit it. The Akasha can't predict my actions anymore.
Can't predict a change of heart.
Then tell me, what have you found during your investigation?
You want to buy time? This is the sanctuary of Surasthana. Under your own regulations, even Academia staff are forbidden to come here. No one will come to save you.
Dang.
As for the
It's a
investigation,
Batman line.
I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon. A serious crime.
Is that like an executionable death right there, or a crime? Death penalty.
General Mahamatra.
Let's give it to him here.
No. I want you to plead guilty.
Dang.
In front of the Archon herself. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
Damn. Bro said we're going sicko mode. Are we really about to beat down this old man? I want to see him beat him down.
Paimon wants to know how things are going out there.
Can somebody break us out, please?
Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside
Dude,
for a while.
I'm gonna say it. I'm pretty sure.
Something bad didn't happen.
Pretty sure Paimon could probably fit through this little thing here. Like, this is quadruple the size of Paimon's body length and width. Don't think like that. We must trust our friends.
Yeah, but aren't you scared that we might be locked up in here for the rest of our lives?
They just forget about us. The mission worked, but they forgot.
At least Paimon has you. We could still chat like this.
Oh, God.
When Paimon thinks of Nikita being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary of Surasthana, Paimon can't help but feel sorry for her.
Hashtag free Lumine! Dang.
Here comes your
What's up, Mom?
savior.
Hey, did it work? Did you beat them up?
Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
Perfect timing, too. We were just talking about Paimon talking to me for the rest of my life, and I was really scared. You were scared out of your witches a moment ago.
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows
A lot of
how many guards
smiles.
to find the key here. It felt even more tiring than whacking them. I'm exhausted.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your foot?
Please don't do that. No, that's all right.
no,
No, that's good.
I'll
That's fine.
pass.
That's okay.
What are you afraid of? Oh, are you ticklish?
This is not the time, guys.
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish.
Thank you. How are things outside? How is Nahida? Is she like Sino taking care of that? What's up, Rosa? Yeah, thanks for the follows, guys.
Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The guards that stormed out of the academia are all taken care of.
Tied up and
The
imprisoned.
Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the sages bossing them around. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
Let's go.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long time. So, how's Sino doing?
I want to cut back over to that room.
The Grand Sage is in his custody.
Let's go.
Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands, so he probably does too.
I wish there was a cutscene for that. Like locking him up.
Sino forced him to release Lesser
Beating down
Lord
an old
Kusanagi.
man.
He has no choice but to obey. So,
But the trump card is going to be the Balladeer, obviously, right?
Assuming nothing weird happened, we should have already rescued our Archon.
That sounds amazing. We managed to rescue her.
Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do this well.
It feels like the
We just
end,
came
but
together last minute to save the Archon, you know? All right, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
Okay. It can't be that simple, right? Always go higher when you are in Sumeru. Go to the sanctuary. Enter sanctuary. There she is, bro. Oh, she's free! Freedom! Let's go, baby. We made it. And they lived happily ever after.
They say it's nice to meet you. This is
Aww,
the first time we've met
in
real life.
person.
Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's body.
She's so cute, dude. I'm so happy she gets to be free now. We finally met Nahida.
Thank you so much for coming to rescue me, but I also need to apologize.
For what?
During this time, I did some self-reflection.
Dang.
My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia led to all of this, and created so much trouble for you all.
This is the thing about the Archon quest that I find so surprising every time. Archons are great and strong and powerful and omnipotent and all these things, right? But they all have these very human-like emotions. That's the theme of all of it. Don't be worried. You also helped us a lot. You deserve to be freed.
Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of our friends! Thanks, you too.
You're so cute.
Maybe.
So how does air feel?
This is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body.
Forgot how to walk.
It's like I just had an endlessly long dream.
Does it feel like time has passed?
I can tell if I just woke up or was only now born into this world. My concept of self has become so clear.
It's her boss
Now
arc.
doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling.
Now we got the thing about Ermin's soul to deal with. And the whole Balladeer god creation plan.
This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and
There's more!
to save her country, and even the entire world.
From the new god.
With you here, Paimon's sure that everything will work out.
Surely.
There's one more thing.
Aware.
What is it? For all the things the academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them pay.
Dang! It's hard to take her seriously when she's so cute and small, but I get behind it. Like, A was easier to get behind with anger, but... She's ragey. She got a donk walk out of this place.
I understand now. To be a better Archon, I first need to better myself.
Self-care is what it's about, girl.
Haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar. How can you be a butterfly?
I'm gonna steal that and use that. I'm gonna say that all the time. This is knowledge that only you yourself have discovered.
Yes, true.
Queen of metaphors, true.
That reminds me. I wonder how far along the academia is with their god creation plan. We need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false god.
Are we gonna stop it now, or is this gonna be another part to the quest?
I need to make some preparations.
Probably another part.
Since I'm now free, I can establish a direct link to the Akasha and control it. First things
This background
first,
music also is really
I
good
need
too.
to remove the restrictions that the doctor put on me in the Akasha. After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permissions. The Akasha will then be like how it originally was, only operable by the Archon.
How it's supposed to be.
After all, the academia betrayed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's trust. This might take some time. In the meantime, you should also work on your own preparations.
Level up, get some books, gamble a
If
bit.
we don't stop the god creation plan in time, we'll be in for a tough fight.
Is this like the finale right now? Did I finish the quest?
Might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff when we were locked up.
How many days has it been? The longest day. Okay, so we rescued the god today.
I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement to complete. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's design is truly brilliant. Oh, also, this is for you.
Huh? What
the heck is this?
It's
a pet?
device I put together just now. You can think
That's
of
an
it as
animal.
upgraded Akasha terminal.
She modified
You may not need it right now,
dog.
but it should be helpful in certain situations.
Looks like a Pokemon.
This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon!
It literally just floats. That's the only thing.
Things that float!
Okay, right.
Things that make Paimon special got copied! I'm sure it appears with the Traveler from now on. People won't remember Paimon because she isn't unique anymore!
Everyone really got insecurity problems. Are you actually that upset, bro? It looks completely different from you.
It's alright, Paimon. It can't replace you.
You can't talk like you, that's for sure.
But you are the Traveler's irreplaceable friend.
That's not true. I could replace it.
You're so good at comforting people, Nahida. If only the Traveler was as smart as you.
What the heck?
I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth. I wasn't trying to comfort you.
It's just natural.
Nahida, you're natural at this. What you just said made Paimon even happier.
The music in the background's very like
There's
cute, creepy.
something I need to confess.
Cute slash creepy.
Even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, I'm not very good at fighting.
Me IRL.
You may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, I'm not as well loved as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Dang.
If
Sad.
we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count on you, and I'll do my best to provide support.
That's pretty much the only thing I'm good for in this game. Fighting. Paimon, not so much, but
I'm glad I can rely on you.
So the God of Wisdom isn't good at fighting? That actually sounds about right.
might ever matter.
I've located where the false god is.
Oh, we're gonna go find Balladeer now. This is what I've been waiting for, man. This is what we've been waiting for.
What is this place? Is this really the way we need to go?
It's like a factory. Well, that makes sense.
Thought there'd be a place like this hidden right slap bang in the middle of
Right slap bang.
They just wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered. The safest and most convenient way would be to build within the academia itself.
Nobody could get in here before either, so.
That's true. They were already hiding one god, so why not two?
True, actually true. 2 for 1.
From the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. The sages really saw the god creation plan as their ultimate goal. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the academia alone. The Fatui under the doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided a lot of technological support.
The Fatui out of the doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided lots of technological support. Okay, yeah.
Or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
Is that it, though? I've always felt that this doctor is different from the academia sages. He doesn't seem to share their sense of urgency. Instead of being interested in the end product, it's like he's enjoying the experimental process.
The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos. So, the doctor being weird is actually normal.
So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god is called the Balladeer? We had previously come into contact with his consciousness. He harbors particularly strong obsessions. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel.
And the other one is to go a lot.
Is probably related to his past.
True, it's called trauma.
I can't quite explain it.
Yo, pound it if you relate. You know what I'm saying?
Puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger.
We should ask her about that. Does she ever talk about this?
He knows this so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. Now with that temper and ego of his.
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well.
We met him a while back. Had a couple encounters, but none were pleasant.
I see. Tell me more about him and what he's like.
Short, tongue stick out.
The more we know now, the better
Delusions.
we can plan for and react to any future situation.
You tell me everything you know about the Balladeer. He's motherless and fatherless.
I see. How fascinating. Alright, time to go. Let's get through here and meet him in person.
Maybe we could just talk things out. Go through the passage and reach the Balladeer. Hey, you guys know where the Balladeer's at? Is this the right room? Alright, sorry, my bad. That's the wrong room.
The pattern on the ground seems all messed up.
Oh, is this a puzzle?
See if there's a way to fix it.
Oh, you guys know my brain doesn't work well with puzzles. I dropped out of college. Am I supposed to be on this? Is this where I'm supposed to be right now? I just kind of got on. Where am I going? I'm having a dramatic moment with my honey right here. He is my honey, by the way. Wait, what is this? Okay, blue means good. I'm not a doctor, but I know blue means good. It's actually not that hard. But how many turns do I have to do? Yes. What now? You raise me up so I can fight the Balladeer. Do we just get in? Archon Quest? This is my first time playing the Archon Quest, yes. Okay, everybody, we're going in. This is gonna be happy and fun, right? Oh. I mean, it already is, you know what I mean? Yeah. Is this it?
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion or already completed.
That's not a surprise. I've already seen him control the weather.
Oh no. What should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against a Fatui Harbinger with a gnosis.
You better learn right now. It's about to happen. Anxiety, Duke Duke.
Of course Paimon's nervous.
If she says anxiety, Duke, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree since my birth. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well.
Curious? Curious about what?
Curious about our fate.
Are we gonna live or not?
Everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and everything that happens to us is considered knowledge. And if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood. However, only fate is about that which has yet to occur, so it has always drawn my curiosity. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. It all brings me great satisfaction. And now, at long last, I'm not just an observer anymore. I will personally experience my own fate with you by my side. Isn't this such a wonderfully exciting thing?
I know she's excited, but man, what if we die?
That's what you mean. Paimon thinks she understands what you're feeling.
We won't lose. I'm also looking forward to it.
Okay.
His aura.
I can sense his aura from
Alright.
here.
Tell me the soundtrack's gonna go crazy for this. This is my first time seeing this fight, hearing the music. Oh, they make you leave automatically. They don't give me time to like prep or do a monologue beforehand. Bruh. Bro's in the mech suit. Bro said I like mech animes. Dang, that actually looks sick. Where's his legs though?
Who would have thought?
Those deep string hits.
So eager for my birth.
Happy birthday.
I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you,
Booer.
the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him.
Imagine he had actually gone the full way.
He has undoubtedly become a true god now.
So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer, a long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had
That
existed
is
for the same number of
nefarious soundtrack.
Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
Kunikazushi. Bro's in a Susanoo right now. Dang! Wait, that kind of went hard.
Aura. It really feels like a god.
Dang, that like. Whew.
It capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a constant power supply. How much effort and resources did the sages put into
They got a custom built PC right here.
purely technological perspective?
The little guy just floating.
Commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this is the culmination of human wisdom.
It's all man-made though.
Something. Dishing out compliments at a time like this?
I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
So the same old Balladeer on the inside. I'm not sure if it's good or a bad thing. Bro, I like want to see a world where he gets full power. Like he's the strongest thing in the game.
Strife is engraved upon every
Dang.
god and every gnosis.
Lord of arcane
brought forth
wisdom.
To this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Bro is so edgy.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same things as you.
He thinks he's so
Do
metal.
you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature, know your place.
All right, bro. Still the same Balladeer we know.
Strife engraved upon a Gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War.
Ah.
Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War, but the way I see it, all those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws. There's no point in bringing it up again.
The fingers are so big.
Is that so?
Dang.
Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never allowed the fortuity to personally participate in the Archon War. This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power.
She just wants to know things.
No wonder your own people have abandoned you, god of wisdom.
All right, man. Look, you come out of that, I'm still taller than you. Come out of that little thing. Let's get a tape measure. Let's see how tall you are, God. And yet his followers will only continue to decrease in number.
Your judgment is as your existence, unsubstantial.
You can say all that inside of that giant
This is where
suit, can't you?
everything ends, Booer.
It's crazy.
The god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me in combat.
The look on her face. So I'll do what I have to do.
Come.
I know what I gotta do.
Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Happy birthday, kid. I got you a pie. It's pie flavor. What the heck is this? Bro, what do I do? Okay, there's Electro here. Do I mean, I don't get hit. I guess it's step one. Okay, hold on, bro. Okay, hold on, man. Do I just like go for it? Do I hit him? Oh, I can't hit him. Okay, nice.
I see everything.
Okay, yeah, we hit his hands. We smacked the hands.
Here comes the catch.
Okay, I think I messed up.
No escape.
It's fine. We're already blowing through him.
You shall fall.
He's so weak. Uh-oh. 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 I might have spoken too soon.
Time to act. Quietly now.
Insignificant pest.
Dude, this is actually not that hard. Look at this. I'm gonna kill him with this one strike right here. Watch this.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Boom.
On to oblivion.
I hit him. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Speed run, 80%. Time. Oh, it's gonna be some back pain. How do we survive that? Oh, he's got a face too, bro. I knew his legs were somewhere. He kept his legs downstairs for some reason. Oh God. All right, second phase. Can you get a little closer to me?
Burn to oblivion.
He's so metal. That's crazy. It's crazy how metal this guy is. Did I even hit it? What do I do, bro? What is this? Are these? What are these things? Bro, stop! He's so fast and he teleports. How can I catch him? I don't have enough stamina to even. What do I do? Maybe now?
Rain outlines your.
Just hit him? Just hit him!
Reality?
Alright, bro. Alright, what is that? Was it one of those things you're supposed to not be able to do? Dang! Dang, Lamine! Oh! Socked her in the face! God, that's better animation than half the anime I watch. Nahida? She's so small.
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting.
Alright, bro, you're in a suit! Get out the suit and fight me!
You're having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Boor.
Oh!
The data collection is almost complete.
Huh?
Do you even know how many times you tried to take my gnosis from me?
Dummy! You're in my world! Reverse Uno card right on you! Dumb mecha suit looking ass. Dummy!
Just concluded the 168th. You know that in the effort to to you,
Wow.
the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Subceres festivals and samsara cycles.
That torture, the genjutsu effect.
When did you use it on me?
That's crazy because she was hiding behind the immortal. Oh, you? Are you a part of that?
You can't even defeat me in a dream.
All right, man, you're so
What do you
edgy.
hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, traveler. Just like before.
Nihita goes so hard here.
In the memories in your dreams.
Knowledge capsule.
All that battle experience.
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon.
The getting punched was the highlight for sure.
The original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god.
Everybody's gonna backseat us now. So have you tried like unplugging him? The whole squad. Wow, this is actually very good.
Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Lend me your power.
Meaningless tricks won't save you.
Wait, he created a... Wait, that was like a Ermin soul coming out the ground, though. Oh my god. She keeps getting to replay it for the right scenario.
Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you. The first sage of Boor.
That is the best cutscene of all time in Genshin. Wait, are you shooting at it? Wait, what is this? Oh, no! Okay, we have a Nihita trial now, which is great because I already have Nihita. This is just a weaker Nihita. Wait a minute! Okay. Okay, ow! Okay, stop it, stop that.
No escape. Now you shall perish.
I'm having a fat finger moment. I'm freaking out. I messed up, but it's alright. I'm used to my rotations being different. Why is Nihita in my 4th spot? This is so weird. I don't like this. Oh, I can TP away. Oh! He said zone, zone. Okay, Nihita, let's use this. Okay, that's not what I meant to do.
Time to act. Body and witness the power of Gugwa.
Reality?
Here comes the
Iframes. We're good, we're good. Okay, there's a lot of things coming at me. Can you stop that for a second? Sir! Sir!
illusion shattered.
I see everything.
Oh, what does the T button do? Oh, what? What is this?
Kneel.
What was that? It's like a build-up.
Cruel world.
Everyone hold hands.
Bro, I am so confused. Okay, I gotta destroy these things. There's so much happening. One.
Rain outlines your.
Can I destroy you guys?
Make yourselves at home.
I can't get up to them. How can I not hit them? What is this? What are you saying 07 for? What is the 07 for?
Committed to memory.
How do I reach you? Charge attack? Uh-oh.
Your new god awakens. Now, your eyes have been opened.
Oh. Oh, my bad. I didn't realize. What is this song? It's so good. I'm so dead. This is so bad. Come on, man. Little guy, carry us through this.
Time to act.
I gotta back up. I gotta heal her. Give her some chicken.
I see everything.
Come on, we're almost charged up. Let's go, buddy. Where'd you go? Hold on. E. Yes! What the fuck? E. Does he keep leaving? E. Hey! Hey! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. It's all good. Boom, boom! Why are you guys saying I can't? What is this? What am I missing? Y'all not shoot arrows? I don't think it's gonna matter, man. Look at my arrows right now. They did 1,000 damage. She's not very well leveled.
Everyone hold hands.
Hold on, I got this. It's gonna be a really cool final blow. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Come on, little guy. Charge up faster. Oh, wait. He's gonna do it for me. He's literally about to finish the fight.
I see everything.
He's about to finish the fight. Let's go. That was chaotic as hell. That music was mind-blowing.
Filthy humans.
Give me that back. I'm gonna need that real quick. No gnosis for you, sir.
No.
Sis.
Wait. Please. Anything but the gnosis. That's mine. Don't even try. I'll never go back.
Like Inazuma style music too. Bro is falling. Bro got a concussion. Me when I play Kingdom Hearts.
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important
Dang.
mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved.
Bro just is dead now.
Power of another gnosis? We may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Wow.
This is... That's right. This is
The last memory.
of my predecessor.
Oh, we get to walk through the memory? Oh, we're gonna play through the memory.
This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm of consciousness?
We gotta like stop for a second. Just like, this is the best Archon quest in the game because of that. Like, A's story is pretty darn close, but that was a whole nother level. If that's any like inkling of what's to come in Fontaine and future regions, they have a lot to do better, or like to live up to, I should say. Like, to do better than that's gonna take a lot.
Yes.
Scar's literally on the floor, by the way.
But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to be as polluted as this.
Polluted? It must be due to forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand. Could you tell me what you know?
We explained that everything that all hate them taught us.
Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata nearly exhausting her power. Then, A second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago. But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself already in danger.
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge pollution, then does that mean, in order to save us, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against forbidden knowledge.
Dang.
She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant over these past 500 years. The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irminsul.
She prevented a lot more damage than there would have been.
Do you feel sad, Nahida?
I'm just sharing her pain.
Like literally in
The
pain.
consciousness here is severe. There is madness, chaos, and pain all around us. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions, all the way up to her last breath?
Damn.
She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow.
World, forget me.
Yes. Her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we can
Forget. Yeah, we did. Literally, everybody did.
We have a chance to find the answer to this mystery. We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with our lucid consciousness. And then, we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person.
How we can use that truth to save everybody.
Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are here. Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Otherwise, we could go mad at any moment.
I think Paimon's already got mad. We should eat her.
That's so scary.
What?
Don't worry. It should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear. Let's go.
You did not just say that. She said you don't have any thoughts up there anyways.
In the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's
My-
the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course is the direction our consciousness is traveling toward.
Me and my dreams be like.
Control over our
Wow. What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by
They got like a glow aura on them.
Hey,
Okay, cool. And last one. Boom.
to control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first.
Are we gonna drive this thing? Bro, it's just like One Piece. Come aboard and bring along.
We changed direction.
all your hopes
Are
and
we still
dreams.
going the right way, Nahida?
Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will soon take us out of here.
I don't see anything ahead of us. Hopefully you can like tell the direction of the wind. We can trust you with this one. Bro, this is just like One Piece. Oh my god. It's like a boat. Me when I'm on a boat.
We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Probably might drive me a little crazy. Some strange thoughts from time to time, but I seem to be okay now.
Huh? But everything's been completely normal for Paimon.
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions.
That's good, Paimon.
We should be able to meet Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord Rukkhadevata before?
No, it seems that my
They never had a
birth and her
chance.
death took place at the same time. Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance.
Oh.
And I could have done a better job.
Hey,
She does so much self-doubt.
Nahida. Let's get out of this crazy place and go meet her.
Let's leave this place. This place sucks. This is a nice cruise ship. Would you guys get on this cruise line? Is Rukkhadevata gonna be fine?
So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
There's a fuzzy tree, dude.
Well, this is the place.
Yes, it's the same place from my memories when we entered Sumeru.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
No, Paimon. Here to get Wendy's.
Standing over there
Is that me? She looks exactly like me. Are you Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance?
The voice coming out of the body. Can't believe my eyes. The two of you look almost exactly the same. Same height and everything.
Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature.
Huh.
Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
He's a lot more glowy.
We're of the same nature. Why?
Because you are me, and I am you.
We the same for
You
real.
are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul, and you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years.
That's actually right on the money.
Finally here. My new self in
The
this
background noises. So this is the connection between you two, Lesser Lord Kusanali and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great Archon like you someday?
You already are, kid.
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Really?
It's like, dang, I wanted to be you for real.
Perhaps you may become an even greater Archon than I. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time, and the future that it leads you to will be yours alone. Along with the blessings from your past experiences.
There's some confidence building here. We're the same, but you could be better.
The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
How old would Greater Lord Rukkhadevata have been when she died? Is there any theories around that, or is there any given knowledge about that? I have faith in Nahida too. She'll definitely become a great Archon.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate.
Timeline theories are
It's so nice to speak
wild.
with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
You're me, but not the same, but in a way.
I always wanted to meet you.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
So in a way, you're my mom.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Everything that day, even the sky
Ooh.
itself, changed into a color like this.
Conria's Cataclysm.
At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria.
I want to see a cutscene to that.
For me, I had a more important task to attend to.
Irminsul.
I had to protect
Yeah.
Irminsul.
Can't leave it unattended.
The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed something was wrong. The pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already displaying signs of corruption. Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago,
You have to.
I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
That cutscene was really cool when we saw that.
That doesn't belong to this
Put together.
world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Teyvat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone. Which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
It was manipulated though.
Thank you. For a long time, I thought dreams were the fruit of human wisdom. Though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my own power.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a terrible headache, which gave me an uneasy feeling. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but vile corruption as well. From the very beginning, my existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no! How could that happen?
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a horrible experience.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that...
Uh-oh.
Even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, meaning that the forbidden knowledge couldn't ever be permanently eradicated. And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of clues, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Wait, no, I can't.
He's gonna have to eliminate her to get rid of that permanence. There's no other way.
So you realize what that implies. You are very smart indeed. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this world. But this is the only way to
Will everybody... Will world literally forget me? World will literally forget me.
They've missed you so much over the past 500 years.
Ah.
I am exactly the same.
They literally will forget me.
How can we just forget you like this?
Bro, that's kind of sad. It's a Spider-Man arc for real, yeah.
There must be something else I can do.
I'll never forget!
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
Dang. Ruka Devata's gotta go bye-bye forever, permanently.
This is so cruel. I don't want to forget you.
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding the answer.
But at what cost?
These are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking all along. Let the world completely forget me.
Bro, that tied around so well. The first words we really get in Sumeru.
We all nestle under the great
her
tree
theme.
of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf.
I'm gonna actually tear up, bro. Oh, give me a little baby hug.
I dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net.
Wow.
Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant flow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people.
They can dream again, bro.
Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
Was that her Elazar going away? But we're gonna sleep good tonight. Nita, you alright?
I'm alright.
Because we don't know now. We forgot now.
Confused.
Ruka doesn't exist anymore! Ah! What are you confused about? We don't even know!
We just saved the world, right? So why am I crying?
Dude. I hate seeing my child sad.
I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from, but I feel very sad.
She just now sad for no reason, dude. You still remember what just happened?
Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Irminsul consciousness from 500 years ago. Then, we removed the remaining pollution from Irminsul.
So Traveler still remembers. Did I manage to remember because I'm not from this world?
What's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Yeah? Paimon doesn't seem to remember either. Has everybody really forgotten Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Should I tell them the truth? Hey man, I wouldn't. Keep it to yourself for now, I think. God? I mean, another god? Something? Irminsul? Dane? I don't know. Whoa. We are tripping off of the perk right now. POV, you have taken too many chalky milk. What was that? What was that?
Huh? That sound. Traveler, Paimon.
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally paid off.
The doctor. What have you done?
Just a
the
type
music,
of
here it
sound wave
comes.
that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected. It doesn't have any.
I thought you
effect
left,
on
bro.
gods. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little spin. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them.
Just because you're hot doesn't mean you can do this. He can't keep getting away with this.
I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our relationship.
Why'd you say it like that?
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here again now?
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observe the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension, that of time. So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method of seeking knowledge?
So does that mean the doctor in the manga is technically different than this doctor here? That's why he looked different. So we don't even know what we're going to be having later for him.
Rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken on a whim.
Good. Amazing, even. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different period.
Does that mean they're all gonna like start a boy band or something one day? Like,
why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment?
That's all it is.
It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with the result?
True.
The Academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary experiment.
It's just a hobby.
You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then?
I would have dealt with it then. I don't know.
Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
One of my other 5 cells would have done it.
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this experiment.
Milu in the chat said, I can fix him.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Dang, call him out, Nita.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions.
I can fix him.
They just don't fit your standards, that's all. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any useful materials. For example, the Gnosis.
No! Take it off my little paws. You won't.
You're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time.
She's actually in a bad spot.
You have no way to use that electro-gnosis in battle.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it by force now.
Change his mind.
I'm merely stating a fact. After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect and dignity to the God of Wisdom.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence.
Dang.
I understand your scheme, but... what if I were to destroy the Gnosis now
Eats
and
it.
awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken the heavenly principles? Do you think that's really possible?
He just kind of wants to see it happen, to be honest.
The principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences?
He's kind of getting outplayed.
Dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
He's kind of getting outplayed.
Gamble? How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the God of Wisdom. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness.
Dang, this goes hard.
As
Scenes
a
that go
scholar,
hard.
I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility.
So now we can
tell me then,
negotiate.
what are your conditions?
Which I don't think we're gonna give him a gnosis no matter what.
This gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru.
Oh.
But this electro-gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price?
She's a businesswoman. She's a boss lady.
What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
Oh, only one of you.
So this is how you wish to restrain me, the
Oh.
most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort, requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Bravo.
It's a great way to limit him a bit more.
Wise decision on your part. Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume
She gave him that
you have
main
long
character
been
look.
wary of me? Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless arguments.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I mean, he's just sleeping.
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis,
Deal.
then deal.
How's he just... Is he gonna lie? I bet he just lie. Unless we can
You sure
prove it.
didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
Bro, is he gonna have like his versions rise up against it? What's... Ah, my brain.
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves at a higher price? Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps it's best to say, you're just temporarily ahead. But what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've really erased that?
We're gonna trust you.
I can see your remaining honesty.
Oh. Oh, like literally. Oh, we're gonna like literally look at it.
What a ridiculous decision!
Oh!
Serious.
How could I have been so short-sighted?
Different voices too.
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this.
Huh.
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again. There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
We gave him the gnosis though.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for a third time.
You know what? I bet you the last one that said you'll regret this is the manga Dottore.
Another chess piece. And where is your dendrognosis?
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
You got one. That's enough.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of Sumeru.
Bro, I'm not just gonna give it to you, dog. Like,
besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker? Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god of wisdom, how about I exchange some knowledge with you?
People exchanging knowledge with the god of wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
Bro's trying to get a 2-for-1 right now.
Have you, in all your mighty knowledge, ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
Huh?
What?
That's the secret hidden by Irminsul concerning the truth.
What do you know about that? See, that does sound pretty cool.
Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to say goodbye.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'm listening.
Negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted. I'm very glad I got to meet you like this.
This is gonna be bad for him to have 2 noses, though.
No bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Traveler just taking a big old fat nap right now. Secrets and dark truths flow to the mind of the wise, then everything falls silent. That was a reenacting of that sentence. Several days later. Are we gonna know the story? They don't tell us.
Together.
Was that the lore bomb?
Wake her up.
They refused to elaborate? I gave him a digital gnosis for that! Bro, I'm so pissed that we don't know what the full conversation was like.
Polly says it's time for breakfast.
And Kali doesn't have Elazar anymore. I guess that's all that matters. Good morning, Paimon.
It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us from going out now, right?
That's right. On that day, we lost consciousness in battle. When we woke up, we found ourselves in Gandaraville, and Tinari and Kale were looking after us. I heard that Sino who brought us here. It was Sino that brought us here. Tinari complained that Sino was always sending people to him, but is taking great care of us. After completely exhausting ourselves, we had a good rest here. After a few days, we finally recovered enough to go back out. From what Tinari and Kale have said, the Akasha has been turned off completely. The people of Sumeru will no longer rely on it. Such a big change will certainly affect people's lives, but will definitely be a good thing.
Come on, Traveler. Let's go.
Do I switch to another language? Is Tinari going to be involved in this? Woo! We did it! Yeah, we did it. Oh, we lost our gnosis. Woo! Hi, Kale. Looks like you don't have Elazar anymore. You're awake. Oh, I haven't heard her voice in Chinese yet.
今天的早餐是我准备的，请尝尝吧，希望能合你们的口味。
Oh.
嘿嘿，多亏你，我们才能吃
Are
上
you
好
guys
吃
eating
的
that?
东西。
Does that look good to you?
魔灵病痊愈以后，我精神好得很呢。
It's gonna shock us?
5顿饭都没问题哦。
相信你的手艺。
I guess we already knew. You enjoy your yummy breakfast with Kale, who's been waiting for you.
对了，昨晚你睡下后，有人送来一封信，说是给你的。
Someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night?
我想等你起床一起看，就没拆。现在时间刚好。
Paimon held back.
是尼禄寄来的。
Nilu!
我们要在大巴扎办一场宴会，顺道庆祝赛诺恢复大风机关职位。
Let's
英
go!
雄的你们务必出席，我等你们。
The Avengers of
还
Sumeru.
写了个宴会日期，是2天后。
对，我也听说你们成了英雄哦，真厉害。
It's really not amazing. We're just doing our part. Look, don't be so humble. It literally was the definition of what is amazing.
真好呢，有时候好羡慕你这样坚强又自信的人。
Kale is officially cured of Elazar. That's such a good wrap up to her story.
说的我都不好意思了。
Like, at least the initial bad parts.
那么我们去大巴扎。
I'm so happy about that.
走之前记得跟缇娜理事。
I mean, how many people had voice lines about Rukadavata that won't be there anymore? That's crazy that there's no longer any Rukadavata voice lines or anything.
缇娜里。
Hey, bud.
早上好，今天感觉怎么样？
我们好多了，你呢？
How's your wound doing, buddy?
没什么问题，谢谢你的关心。
He was pretty hurt.
不过看你的样子，是不是已经在忙工作了呀？
They'll explain later. That makes sense.
不算太忙。
I would hope they'd explain.
集体痊愈，海拔下也恢复了。现在的
All of the world's Elazar gone.
果然，世界树好起来，一切就都好起来了呢。
不过，也还有些后遗症，比如死域。
The existing stones won't disappear. So now this is baiting you into going to do exploration, huh?
我们也有个好消息啊！
不能算是特别新的消息了，我听他提过。
啊，他来这里怎么不叫
He already came by, but we were out cold.
看望过一次。
Okay, I'll play that one
看完我们
first.
休息，找我打听几句就走了。
And we slapped.
他们要办庆功宴的是吧？
庆功宴？没听说啊。
It's gonna be busting, bro.
信里不是说要给赛诺庆祝吗？他居然没告诉你。
有可能，或者
It's a surprise party for Shino.
这么一说，赛诺确实不像会参加宴会的人。
Guess Nila's only planning on telling him once the festivities are underway.
缇娜里和克莱都是赛诺的好朋友，不如跟我们一起参加庆功宴。
克莱这几天把本来由我负责的一些杂事都揽了过去。
Dang, bro, you can't? What the heck?
大概是没
That's your bro, though.
就更走不开了。树林里最近来了几个大人物呢。
大人物？
确切说是前任大人物。
Very important Paimons.
贤者最近都在稻城林里修行。
The sages involved in recent
都已
incidents.
经放出来了。
Is your master all right?
他身体有些虚弱，但没受伤，也没有遭到虐待。小吉祥草王仁厚宽大，愿意放过罪孽深重的阿扎尔等人。
Wow.
思想浅薄而羞愧，决定余生都要在稻城林中感悟智慧。
They were ashamed of their shallow ideologies. No, they are not. They're ashamed they got caught. But Nahid is too darn kind to kill him. I'm that god? I'm killing them painfully for what they have done to this nation. They are not getting off easy.
得知小吉祥草王击败散民，
Azar needs to be burned. I agree. They're just glad that, like, upset they got caught.
感觉探索智慧的路上又有圣光指引了。由于这些事，巡林员的工作也随之增加。
I guess we have them working for us now.
工作这种事实在是太累了。
也是没办法的事。啊，话题跑得太远了，说回主题吧。我猜
Yes. Bye. I'm leaving. I'm going to Fontaine now.
对，我们是来申请外出的，应该可以吧？
都恢复的差不多了。
Bye, dude.
不过，还是要注意安全。
知道了。
A lot of people don't even regret a lot of the bad actions they do. They just don't like getting caught. A toast to victory. Go to the Grand Bazaar. All right. The finale of all finales.
There won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well, except for the guests.
She gonna give us a nice dance for the end?
Reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
He's angry.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
Why does he talk like that?
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
That dog just dragging his butt on the concrete right now. You see that?
Paimon.
We got your letter, so here we are!
You're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh?
Where like nobody's coming?
The only ones that have arrived?
What the heck?
Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests.
Nobody's coming?
Maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this.
That's kind of messed up,
Nilu
actually.
is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all.
Of course, sir. Like, hey, man. This be Twitch mods. This be tier 3 mods.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
If anybody comes.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent
She's like,
the Grand
stop,
Bazaar.
guys.
For
Stop. Keep
outlanders
going.
who have a
Stop.
great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
What do we win as a prize? Pretty much
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with
Bait them in.
good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances
Well-
as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
See, not. This is your first time hearing about a camera, bro?
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
Nope, not it.
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
Pose for the pics.
At the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered? If for some reason they didn't receive the letters,
We're doing
then please
errands
tell everyone
now?
that there will be a feast here.
Okay, we'll go check around. We'll go invite them.
We can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
Do you know where everybody is?
When
The
I
Import
wrote the
Ormos,
I heard
Academia.
that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the Academia. As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the
God
Academia
knows where that
from time
man's
to
at.
time. I'm not too sure about Rahman's whereabouts. My guess is that he's with Dia.
She just dancing. She
As
just.
for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask about
She
her
must
for
be
me.
feeling better without Elazar.
Got it. Let's go, Traveler.
All right, let's go round everybody up. All of our kids. Oh, hey, Tom. Time to party.
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
Have you seen a hot man with abs, sir?
Have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the house of Dana. You should be able to find
Dana.
him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
I mean, have you seen that guy?
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Somebody else looking for him? Other than me, maybe Sino.
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him.
Roommate.
You wouldn't
I haven't met him
believe
yet.
How terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
Roommate. And they were roommates. No, not at all.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages.
He said, I want to hear the deets. The deets. Is that him? Is this our first time meeting Kaveh? Ah, this is going to be funny.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right?
There he is. All right, let's see what we think about him. I've never met him before.
But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Started talking with somebody else.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This
It's like his
is not just
mom.
some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority
Dang.
to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh?
He's got immaculate
You sound
drip.
surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
The passive aggressiveness.
Asking you if I knew. You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well,
I love his eyes, too.
I almost became a sage.
No?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Kasharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman,
He Bob the
chances are
Builder.
you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt
They're
sincerity?
tone with each other already.
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Cage.
Well, I share a similar sentiment.
Guys, get a
Anyone who knows you
room!
as well as I do would surely do the same.
Oh, you.
They just gotta get a room.
This
I guess
is
they
why
already
I'm
have one, but
discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
an old married couple.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
What are those emotes, bro?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh,
Dang.
And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
We know what you are.
Having a fight?
Let's see how this plays out. We're not in a rush anyways. They're either gonna hug it out or they're gonna start throwing hands. I can't tell.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work
All
on
right, man.
this time?
Don't dig into me
I
here.
need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No.
No.
You deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
No.
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance
He's an
of
architect.
architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on. Wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
We were the Avengers, bro.
And you think I'd believe that?
Well,
look, all you really need to know is
Because
that
I don't
the Czar
approve,
and all
so.
his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are
He
you talking about?
just got back, like right now.
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand.
So he kind of even, he needed them almost.
I'm just
I'm sure
bored of
someone
seeing
knows what's going on
800.
here.
Gotta reach
You're
1,000.
dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Thank you for the bits. And he runs away, never to be seen again. Talk to all Hatham. Hey!
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're trying to party, man.
Errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
No one's getting them. Tinari didn't get either.
Letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zaino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office.
Maybe it is
I
there.
only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed.
Gotta pick up the
recently,
load.
and the whole Academia was practically turned upside down.
This city is probably in shambles right now. Without the Akasha.
Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Academia. I don't know where to begin.
Bro, imagine all 6 of them work together.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange
6
to
great
hear them
schools.
call that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader,
Azar.
the Grand Sage.
Who's gonna replace them though?
Unfortunately,
Are we
only
gonna
the
keep those
sages
roles
from
active?
Valmana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's
Where were they
downfall.
kept? Do we know where they're kept?
Managing things in the other 4 schools now. Do they need to find
It's probably
someone
just
new?
all him now for right now.
Normally, new sages are selected based
It's
on a
acting
strict
Grand
set of
Sage.
criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If this were real, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
True, let's start a campaign so we can have free food in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let
Unless he
me
doesn't
finish
want
my
to.
sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
Bro!
Why?
He doesn't care anymore. I guess he's never cared, but he just wanted to keep us safe.
In being one of the 6th grade sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Yeah, I just like books. That's it. Who's gonna take it up then?
That's not my job either.
Who gets to
I'm
decide?
responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before the new sages take office.
All right, everybody, let's vote me into office. I'm gonna be Samara's new acting Grand Sage. So you're still a leader now, even if it's just temporary.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kusano's application for funding.
Bruh.
Who was that other person just now?
This is my husband's roommate.
Do we look like friends?
Well, Red Bozo.
Doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate.
My
You could
roommate.
say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars.
And they were roommates. He didn't seem to believe a word you told
Which
him.
is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Thanks for your hard work these days.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
That's so many pages. I hate paperwork.
Since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Is that one check?
All right.
RSVP? Yes! Let's go!
This is Port Ormos. Now where could
Hey! You don't have Elazar anymore.
Is that Paimon I hear?
She's got a different demeanor. Last time we saw her, she was depressed.
It's been a while. How are you doing?
So lively.
It's been so long since we've seen you.
You're probably way better now.
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life.
If you're not dying, for
I
sure.
don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connection they've
Dia.
got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Didn't expect to see you here.
That's right.
Music's
My
so
lady's
good.
feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
Oh, so we're just friends now.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old
Dang.
habits die hard.
She said that with Riz.
You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to.
Please don't leave
be a
me.
bodyguard.
Stick around forever.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded.
What if I give you $1 million?
You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
I know. If
Stop.
I hadn't
I wanna be a
joined in
playable
that plan
character.
with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through.
Yeah, we're gonna have her as a
Life is
playable
short,
character now.
And I'm happy that I got to be
She
a
won't
part
lose
of
her
that
edge.
operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
I can't wait to get to her story quest.
I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that.
Remember when they
I thought
first
he was
met?
Joking.
How they were all fighting?
I'm talking with Alhaitham at the academia.
Him and Sino. It was a cool introduction.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the academia?
What?
Oh, he offered her a job. What if she's gonna be one of the sages? We didn't hear anything about that. What if she's gonna be a sage over, though?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a
What
good
if
time
she
to
was the
find a job
Grand
at the
Sage?
academia, but only if I wanted to.
Don't you have to be like a researcher? Like stuff like that?
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
You're just a merc to me.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a
Yeah! Put her in that Lisa outfit?
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there.
Same.
Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the academia.
You blame him?
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose.
She moves like region to region.
In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for
Captivity.
me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
It's like a breakup, bro.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Don't leave me, man.
No need for the sad face.
I'm feeling sick
It's not
again.
like we'll never meet again.
I think I have Elazar. I guess this is. Oh wait, what the frick? I guess being free is just part of how Dia operates.
Once the whole Dendro Archon
Free
thing is
spirit.
settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be
True.
a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Don't want to lose your edge and do no damage, do ya?
Wait a second.
Rook of Nevada.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next
Festival
week.
party.
Have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at.
Everybody did get it sent to them. Just nobody's seen
My
it.
lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so...
So you don't get your letter.
Man on duty is also usually dozing off.
Everybody's gonna just miss the party unless we tell them.
That the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
Let's go.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Celebrate Sino, his birthday.
We're
Basically.
preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar. And we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great. I'll be sure to attend.
We're in. Let's go. 2 more bodies to the count.
Me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show
Bro,
up looking
imagine
like
a
this?
Dia skin.
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that.
Dia skin would go hard.
I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
I could pull off that cosplay. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Is that my next cosplay, Dia?
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Do you know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace.
He's literally Batman, man.
No one knows his whereabouts.
Oh.
But
He's gonna pop out of the
last time we
sky?
met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru
Our
village.
village.
You can try your luck there.
This is where we're gonna invite Candace
As for
too.
Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. You can ask Sino when you meet him.
So we got 2 more to track
Don't
down.
mention it. You'd better get going.
On to our next stop.
On to invitation number 3 and 4.
There's Sino.
Sitting in there menacingly. Yo, what's up? Say, hey, you can say hello. That'd be polite too. What's up?
What brings you here?
Party. Well, we can't tell you that actually.
And Tanari agreed to let us leave.
It's a surprise.
Again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well too.
Let's go.
That's good to hear.
Thank you for taking us to him.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
Healed us up.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them.
How do we get him to
You know
come
one of the people I'm meeting as well.
to the meeting?
Oh, by King
Ramon.
Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert.
Hey, remember that time you tried to kill me, man?
Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Raman! And, huh? Sataria?
Oh. You know me?
Oh, we technically shouldn't, but we kind of like gaslit you into believing that King Dashra was coming back. Yeah.
Pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these are our friends.
I remember that.
I see.
How have you been doing lately since you had those weird instances happen?
Doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
New world.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
She stepped down. You're not gonna be a scholar anymore?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity.
Are you with
I
Ramon?
will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
They're totally together, bro.
Saying now.
What do you mean?
I don't know what you mean by
I
that.
plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Ramon's definitely won her over.
So you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
The collab of a century.
It's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining.
A lot of
in the
knowledge
desert
added to the land.
The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the
I love
night.
this music too in our
They
village.
lead those in the dark out of trouble.
Poor almost the best though.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
Like, no, stop. But keep going. Let's stop.
Mercenaries
He is
are
rizzing her
accustomed
up.
to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions the common people would easily overlook.
He wants her so bad.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand
Is that
Sage,
so?
only to find that he was no longer at the academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Hey, where'd you hear those
Azar
words
has
though? Where did they
received
come from?
much-needed Punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
He gets to go live his life, but in the village or the forest.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia.
All right, we have
for
to
the
have a
desert
redemption arc
and
for him then
accompanied
now.
me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Ramon.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will
So we're
make
gonna have
good
knowledge
use of
widespread.
That's exactly what the people here need.
Physical
books. And other related items. If it weren't for Sino and
Old
Lesser
school.
Lord Kusanali, we'd never be able to get our hands
Oh, need that technology. We need
Apart from
books.
this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news.
I wonder who
We
the
must be
recruits.
persistent about this and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
Try to get Lisa back out of
This is
here.
the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert.
Now more separation.
Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
Pour one out for Kasala, boys. I'm not gonna pour this out, but
Will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then
you can
we'll
pour yours
once
out.
again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
But we can't say it out loud.
We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally.
We're not supposed to tell Sino this. It's a secret, right?
Celebration feast will be held in 2 days
Oh.
at the Grand Bazaar.
He doesn't know for what.
All of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already...
I thought it was a
been reinstated.
secret.
Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration?
Was it not a... Paimon! You ruined the surprise!
It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino.
Dang it, bro. Now he might not come.
To be there.
I don't think he likes praise like that. He doesn't like it. He should have just done
Rare
it.
to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You
Lord
must not like
Sino.
feasts very much.
No, not really.
But I'll go.
But I'll go.
You two are invited as
Well,
well.
I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria.
There'll be booze and boobs.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like
Dang.
a light shining in the sky.
She did stop
You
us
and
with
the
the
art
czar.
you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing.
It's a lot to
I'll be able to appreciate your art.
to
in person.
redistribute in words.
We've got all that done.
All of my head right there. We'll be able to. We should be sure to get it to Nilo.
Job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, the party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
So let me give you a whole paragraph to tell her. All right, is that the whole squad? The whole squad. We'll meet you there. I think Sumeru has definitely become my favorite story region after this quest. Definitely was the best. Oh, wait, there's everybody. We got the whole squad here. Oh, food.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last
Dang, we're
ones
late.
You're here.
We were T-posing, sorry.
Ah, there you are.
Good evening.
Well, look who finally decided
All
to
right,
show
man. All
up.
right, look, I'm busy.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work.
Nope.
I'm very happy to see you here.
I literally just waited for days.
Are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speech.
He just doesn't want to talk.
There won't be any speeches today.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Whole spread, man. Little picnic.
Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
Do we have a headache? What's going on? The feast and celebration of the General Mahamatra of the Grand Bazaar goes as planned. Drinks are flowing, the food's delicious, the venue is beautifully arranged. Everybody eats and drinks before enjoying the performance prepared by Nilu and everyone in the Grand Bazaar. Time passes gradually in a wonderful atmosphere. The beautiful evening feels almost like a dream.
It's so delicious. Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing.
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru. And
Gifts
wanted
for
to thank
me?
you all on their behalf.
Primo gems.
Feels kind of nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing.
Kind of sad that she's gonna be leaving Dinazad.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
This was really the dream cast. There he
Come
is.
to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
What's new though? We do this every
We owe it
day.
to our abilities and luck.
A little bit of that, like a lot of that actually.
Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
Because we literally did.
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully.
It's like a 0.1% chance.
Judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah. Everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show.
Especially me.
Everyone played their part. And thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good at it too?
Can we get an award for it? The most talent, more talent under our belt.
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to
Will she show up for this event too?
Yes. Even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Return to the academia, abandoned and neglected.
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The academia basically abandoned her because of it. This should be something everybody should remember.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
The memories are replaced.
Everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Yep, that's how I remember it too.
Something wrong?
Nope. No, that is what happened.
What's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Just think about my brother. You know, I miss that kid really.
Even if those two giants of the academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
Seems that after everyone forgot Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the understanding of Sumeru's history also changed. So that's all the gaps I was talking about earlier. Like all the holes in what the plot could have. Like, because some things were established by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata and like attributed to her. So now I guess maybe they'll just attribute it all to Lesser Lord Kusanali and everybody will have a positive view on her. Everybody believes that Lesser Lord Kusanali has been Sumeru's Archon all along. Maybe I'm the only one in all of Tivat who remembers the Greater Lord Rukkhadevata ever existed. As the witness of all that happened, I shall respect her choice and keep the secret for her.
If you bite the hand that feeds you,
No one would believe you
don't
either.
act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
It's a good one.
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
Still true.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
She won't do it though, she's too kind.
Decision and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Too much
Are you
work.
trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
True, it wasn't because of me.
Seriously, though.
It's for the people.
I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
Nah, he's just bored.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage.
To learn more, to learn
If the rules
truth.
of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be
But he doesn't even
long
know
until
truth, that's
chaos
crazy.
ensued.
Only I
had no
do.
intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
A simple
Precisely.
life.
Wait, is that all?
So that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with
Because he
all this
likes
plan?
his life. He just wants to have his normal life. It's a pretty fair reason.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
Dang, she rizzed him
All right,
up.
then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day. Just like I'm
I want to
doing
see a
now.
Sino smile. Give me a big smile, man.
Thank
Might
you.
be cursed, though. I don't know.
I'll keep that in mind.
Some characters aren't made to smile. Surprise, the Archon's here. No one gonna react? Okay, let's start with Nilu.
Ah, there you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let
Thanks
me
for
know.
inviting me, man.
I'll be sure to take note of it. That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place.
I think Nilu's voice
I
is
was a little
underrated.
nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here.
I keep saying it's like the Avengers.
Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
We have a message to tell you. You tell Satari's. Oh, the paragraph that we kept
Ever
up.
think of me this way? If I
Oh.
can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
No problem. Hopefully I got it right. I was probably paraphrasing a little bit. Subsino.
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious.
Just say you're having fun, man. Smile. Must be rare to see you in such a lively gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't often come to such places. But it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
Sorry, don't worry about me. Sorry.
There's always next time.
True.
We're friends after all.
True. That's what I was thinking.
This feast is pretty good. I like it.
I love you. All right, bye. All right, let me brizz this guy up. Hi, pretty man. You want to be tied up? Like that?
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings.
I seldom
but the
participate.
atmosphere here is quite good.
He's that nerd. Huh, I thought you might find it boring.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning.
He's so
the
tall.
Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts. Unlike the farces at the Academia.
The way she looks at him, bro.
Happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
Oh, he's locked out. What the heck, man? That's kind of effed up, I'll hate them. That was messed
I
up.
seldom participate in such lively
Alrighty,
gatherings.
oops.
No, the Grand Bazaar is not happy. Oh well.
Oh well. The good angle? You guys like that? Yeah, I got you covered. Don't worry. Any angles you need, I'm the cameraman. The good angle. What's up, Swag Lord?
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
It is fussing.
I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet.
I stepped in all of it.
What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is
Oh,
here.
hey, you didn't notice me there?
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
My pleasure. I'm glad we could come.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun,
Shots,
not
shots,
stuffy
shots.
formalities.
Shots, everybody, shots! Give me a Nilu dance and I'll be happy with the end of this quest. Give me some Nilu sway.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
She a little tired? I'm suddenly a little sleepy. Feels like I'm about to nod off.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here.
Wake
Now
up!
we'll go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy.
Bars.
Of course. Just wait here for Paimon.
Okay. It's gonna be something terrible. It's gonna be like a piece of fruit. Is it because I didn't sleep well last night that I feel sleepy all of a sudden? Or is it because I'm too full? Seems like someone is there. What? Oh, it's gonna be Nahida stopping by. Or Paimon's frozen! What the heck is going on?
It's me.
Yeah, hey. You like the party too? Fly on the wall. Looks like my consciousness is connected to yours again.
Yeah,
too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew,
Aw.
I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon.
Is there anything you need from me?
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself.
She snuck in, bro. Didn't need an invitation.
I'm so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
Another errand? What is it?
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Oh, that's what about Nita. If you'd be better if you could do that yourself.
Is it not convenient for you
Oh.
to do that for me?
I mean, I wish you were here. Some things in this world must be done by yourself.
But if I just show up all of a sudden,
Aw, she's worried. People love you. They only know you.
scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast. That'd be the last thing I want.
Oh, it'd be fine. Please don't worry too much. She's gonna be a celebrity.
Let me think about it.
Okay, that was a quick decision. Everyone hold hands. Have you made up your mind?
Yes, I have.
That's good. Wait. Wait, what are you doing?
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So, I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Uh-huh. That's crazy. Don't say anything weird when you're in my body. How am I gonna explain this? Hi guys, so I'm Lesser Lord Kusanali. What the heck?
Everyone.
I'm Nahida.
Are you
Hey, she played us.
Paimon was just about to bring you the food.
It's me.
Nahida.
Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Yeah, I'm possessing the
Hold
traveler.
up. What's going on?
I'm using her
To have a
body.
conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar.
Just my impression.
Interesting.
I can fool
Is
them.
this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
In the kind of flesh.
You know who I am?
Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
It probably does look interesting if you're playing Aether right now to see Nahida's voice coming out. Oh.
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body.
Okay,
so that I
forms
could meet
changed.
all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me.
I took the liberty of taking her body.
My own safety in peril, and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru.
The balls on these guys.
Without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do
He's
anything.
fangirling so hard.
You don't have to do this.
Thanks for overthrowing the government, guys.
The suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty.
There's a little smile. Look, hey, a little
This
Senna
is how the
smile.
relationship between the academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
I can't wait to see the like whatever we'll do to end the festival. I'm sure they're gonna do some kind of like some kind of cutscene, right? Everything, like I just said, everybody's happy to meet you. Look at the little smile. Hope Nilu dances. He just shows up for a surprise visit and brings the feast to its climax. Sincere joy flows from the hearts of everyone present. A warm atmosphere of talking and laughter carries on late into the night. And the feast ends on a perfect note. Is that just the end? Is that the finale? The next day. Go talk to 9 more people.
Did you rest well?
To Fontaine we go! Almost. We got a bit, probably more to go, but I think I slept all right.
Nahida left, you ate a lot of food.
Yeah, still don't know where my brother's at.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the sage of gluttony. Alright, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida?
Every day, something new.
She should be in the academia right about now. If you have any questions...
The finale questions. This is the in-doubt questions. Bro, this place is sick. It's kind of barren, but sick. Nahida!
Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night.
Oh, what a night.
In all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know?
Tell me it all about the Akasha. All right, let's go down the list. Let's start with Akasha.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to.
Okay.
I've given it some thought.
Shut it down completely.
I've decided to shut it down permanently. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru.
Let them think for themselves.
Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them.
Natural life without that TikTok and technology.
In preparing to regain control of the academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected.
I wonder if we'll ever see that.
I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the
true.
desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long.
Gotta make red on that.
They've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
About what happened after I fell asleep that day. Yeah, did you learn anything about the sky? By chance?
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
You gave him the gnosis.
You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods.
She couldn't fight.
There's no match for him in that kind of situation.
He would have taken it by force anyways, but surprised he negotiated.
In that situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor.
He would have just taken it without that.
I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed
Boss
that the
girl.
Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place.
Would have been action taken.
As for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the god of wisdom.
Can you tell us about the knowledge, or are you just not gonna say it? That's crazy. Why is she not telling us the knowledge? Is it too dangerous? About the Balladeer?
He's still in a coma, I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have
Yeah, he
many
just knocked
opinions about
out.
him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry.
He's
I'll
changed.
keep an eye on him
He's
to
Animo
make sure
now.
he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may
Next
be
quest.
very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself.
Is this a story quest or an Archon quest where we learn about this? Like where he becomes Wanderer? About Fontaine, the next step on my journey.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine?
The Nation of Justice.
As far as I know, that nation operates in the judicial system.
Kind of similar to Leeway.
Judge people?
Laws, you know, contracts.
Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over
Focalor.
individual trials.
Focalor.
Even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just
Her.
about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere.
So it's a female Archon.
She still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway,
She's pretty
let's
active
just say
in
she's got
in Fontaine.
very unique personality.
Oh boy. What do you mean by that? Dang, there's so much more you leave us off on, man. I want to know more about what you guys talked about with knowledge and also this new Archon.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Probably not gonna answer me, so.
You mean
Your brother!
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
But we both came from beyond the Sea of Stars. There shouldn't be any information on him in Irminsul.
Yeah, isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of
Teyvat.
So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you.
I have to wait until we get to Genshin 2.
There must be something different about your brother. Because as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all. What?
No.
There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
How's that possible? We journeyed the Sea of Stars all our lives until we came here. How could he possibly hail from Teyvat? Things don't add up. Is there something wrong with my memories, or is it this world that has done something to him?
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
Do you have any further intel? Do you know what he has been through?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat.
It's kind of like what I'm doing right now.
But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate.
Obfuscating. Write that word down, Chad. It's a big word.
And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Could it be related to the Abyss?
Even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as
Descenders?
one of the Descenders.
Into the Abyss?
What's a descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the
Yes!
Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
What are the other 3, though? What happened to the other 3?
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could
We don't know about the other 2. We have only 2 so far, potentially.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet,
True.
even knowing all this, I'm
God, we
sure
learned
you
so
still
little.
have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say,
That's the end of the journey in
truly regret that I
Sumeru.
can't help you more as the god of wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Same here. I'll need time to reflect on what you said.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
There's a lot of build up for a big future.
We got to meet you, Nahida.
All that effort for this conversation.
All mine. I can't thank you enough.
Oh.
Alright, that's enough talk for today.
Oh.
If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Dang, what a wrap up. What a quest line. That was insane. Claps all around, chat. Okay, out of 10, how do you guys feel about the whole of Sumeru and Archon quest here? Because this is the wrap up of the main bulk of the story. I guess all we have to do now is stuff until we get to Fontaine. I think like Sumeru was the overall best paced, best wraparound story, most mystery, and like by far best fight and soundtrack. I think they nailed it on the head when it came to Sumeru's story quest. There's nothing about it that I don't like. I don't think there's any problems with the pacing. Even like King Deshret, the Three Magi, finding out about King Deshret and Lord Rukkhadevata, like all those things were very, very well paced. Candace meeting everybody in Aru Village, I'll hate them. The cutscenes are pretty great all the way throughout. Fontaine has a lot to live up to. That was a lot of lore dropped at once. I mean, the Harbingers in this one were insane. So I can't wait to see what we have for Fontaine. You know it's gonna ramp up. They're gonna spend a lot of time on it, but best region for sure by far. I think Inazuma holds a special place in my heart because I love A's story so much in particular. But Nahida, I honestly kind of felt like maybe I would be slightly overwhelmed by what the story was gonna be, underwhelmed. But I am overwhelmed with how much stuff there is. I was a lot happier than I even thought I'd be. So it's really great.